The New York Times is once again printing lies, intentionally omitting facts, manipulating other facts to fit their own bias and political agenda, and to harm Project Veritas. This week, the Times published a very long story headlined 77 Days Trump's Campaign to Subvert the Election. This story has 7 reporters took a very cheap shot at Project Veritas. We're going to take you through it line by line. So in this A-section article from the New York Times, I wonder if they're going to call this an unverifiable expression of opinion, with 7 bylines and even more unnamed sources. The New York Times references Richard Hopkins. That was the mailman in Erie, Pennsylvania. You recall, he's the one who overheard his supervisor and the local postmaster talking about backdating late arriving mail-in ballots so they could be counted. As you recall, Hopkins was the whistleblower, the mailman. We interviewed him, and he told us on the record the following.
So I was able to listen in, and I heard him say to the supervisor that they messed up yesterday. I was like, oh, what did they mess up on? And he told the supervisor that they had postmarked one of the ballots for the 4th instead of the 3rd, because they were supposed to put them for the 3rd.
The New York Times then says in this article, quote, earlier that day, however, the postal worker had recanted his statement in an interview with federal investigators, even though he continued to push his story online afterwards. His affidavit, it turned out, had been written with the assistance of the conservative media group Project Veritas. Hopkins, a combat veteran and a family man, had only one good reason to tell us this story. It was true. He didn't like it. He guessed, later to be confirmed, that coming forward with the truth could cost him his job, but he did it anyway. Postal Service moved quickly, not to investigate the allegations, no. Instead, they sent an agent from New York to Pennsylvania to intimidate Hopkins and, quote, harness the storm. Hopkins secretly recorded that interrogation, and thank God he did. Let's take a listen.
This storm is getting crazy, right? And it's out of a lot of people's control. And so the reason they called me in is to try to harness that storm, try to reel it back in before it gets really crazy.
I am actually. I am trying to twist you a little bit, because in that, believe it or not, your mind will kick in.
Okay.
I'm not scaring you, but I am scaring you.
Now, at the end of this 3+ hour interrogation, Hopkins signed a document allegedly recanting his statement about what he had overheard. However, no one other than the postal inspectors, it seems, have actually seen that document. Hopkins himself asked for a copy, and here's a recording of him asking these federal agents.
Are you capable of sending that to me so I can the changes or whatever?
I can't answer that. That would be his boss, but we certainly can see.
Now, Hopkins has yet to receive a copy of his statement, but somehow, just after the interrogation, the Democrat leadership of the House Oversight and Reform Committee was leaked. They were leaked the story and claimed in a tweet that, quote, Hopkins recanted his allegations. Again, no evidence, no source, no signed documents. We have a recording of Richard Hopkins and these federal agents. They have nothing. The Times took it as gospel. No corroboration, a flat and complete denial by Hopkins himself, again on videotape, and a recording of himself with the federal agents, and still, the New York Times reports it as a fact. Hopkins was so incensed about the lie that he had recanted this story that he recorded himself again, saying that just wasn't true.
I am right at this very moment looking at an article written by Washington Post. It says that I fabricated the allegations of ballot tampering. I'm here to say that I did not recant my statements.
Now, you would think that a paper with the reputation of the New York Times would want to see that document before reporting it as fact. But even if they had seen the document, Hopkins says he was coerced. The tape of the interrogation proves it, and that tape is online. But the Times doesn't want to report that story. Now, we are suing the New York Times for defamation over a different story where they lied about us. On this latest travesty, we just want them to tell the whole story. When it comes to serious reporting, omission of facts can be just as dangerous as outright lies. We here at Project Veritas believe in truth and telling the complete story.